How many times have you ejected out of a set too early? Be honest with yourself. No one else is listening. Just be honest with you. How many times when something didn't go as planned or it was unexpected, were you like, okay, I'm leaving. I gotta go home. Next set, she wasn't pretty anyway. Yeah, okay. You start to analyze it and you're like, there was a reason why. But no, you're the one that is preventing the natural flow of a set in game. There is a natural flow and it's your insecurities that get in the way. So today's video, I'm going to explain what they are, how to get past them, and why you are not seeing results today. And that's exactly why I'm about to jump on this board and go down these slopes. Because just like if you were snowboarding, you have to make your own path. You're in control of it, no one else. No one else is on the board with me like, all right, now we go left, now we go right. It's you. Just like you are the leader in your set. You have to take control. Whether I fall over and tumble down 30 meters down the slope, it's my set. I'm in control of it. I'm in control of how I react and how other people react. If I start crying, people are gonna be like, are you okay? Or if I start laughing, people are gonna be like, oh, get back up, you got this. Just the same in game. So sometimes the most unexpected stuff that happens in your set makes them the most unforgettable, incredible experiences, and often those are the girls that stay with you and want to see you again. Let's jump into it. You'll go into a set expecting it to be a certain way. We all do it. There's like, you see someone smile, you expect them to be smiling and happy back. If you go in and they give you shit and they have an attitude and they act like they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to make eye contact with you, what happens in your brain? Are you like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to stop trying, or, oh, what am I going to do here? Is it because I said that joke the wrong way? Or is it because I like complimented her and said she was cute? Like, what did I do? What did I do? So what you're doing is accusing yourself instead of backing yourself up and acting like, hey, they're maybe just like that. You're self-sabotaging, and the woman can feel this. She can feel that you're unsure, that just from her reaction, you have freaked out, you became anxious, you stopped saying what you were saying with a flow. That's why I teach a lot like how to just get into social momentum and how to just talk about anything. Because especially when you're out, like, honestly, even when you're out in like restaurants, cafes, skiing slopes, whatever it is, most people don't want to talk about logical stuff. I see so often like people go in asking like questions, like, oh, where can I find this? Which is a great way to break into the flow, but it puts the other person in a logical state. If you're wanting to build sexual tension and they're in a logical state, it is very, very hard to get them out of that, because they're like, what? They're thinking all like, oh, the directions to the train station are this way, then you turn left, and you're like, you're a naughty girl, you're bad. They're gonna be like, huh? What the hell? Like, where did that come from? Versus if you're talking about unicorn land, and this magical, mystical land, or where can I find the unicorns? They're like, what the hell? This is funny. This is playful. So their headspace is more creative. And usually they'll actually add on to the conversation. Now no one's feeling logical. If you're like, you're a bad unicorn, you're the naughty unicorn, where are all the other naughty unicorns? Okay, they're gonna be laughing, they're gonna be having fun, and they're not gonna be thinking about that stuff. They're not gonna be thinking about your reactions. And the best thing is, you stop thinking about your reactions. And so you're suddenly out of your analytical brain, and even if stuff is happening that you weren't expecting from the start, you know how you can go with the flow. Often when I ask people like after a set, I'm like, how did that feel? They're like, I don't remember what I did, and it's always their best sets. I relate being in the flow state is like being on drugs almost, because you come out of it and often you don't really remember, but you remember the feeling. You always remember how you felt. You're like, yeah, I felt good. I was smiling. It was really funny. Like, we randomly like walked around for ages pretending like we were going to Unicorn Land, and then we got there and it was really boring. Then we created another storyline. Like, you don't remember the stuff you really came up with on a logical basis, but you remember how good it felt. That is when you know you have surrendered to the flow of a set. Now, the flow of a set is when you don't stop it from going its natural direction. Just like when you're going down this slope, right? I've fallen over like 5 times already. I've just started, okay? Because I can feel it in my feet. Now, this is like your brain. I can feel it. When I'm in the flow, it's just easy. Oh my God, it's just like, yeah, I'm gaining speed. I'm like, yeah, maneuvering. As soon as I do one wrong thing and I put the pressure on the wrong part of the board, it hooks into the snow and flips. That's the exact same thing when you're in your set and you're suddenly like, where do you live? What is your mother's first name? Like, they go, huh? And they freak out. So that's what it means when you stop a set. And that's the same when you eject out of a set, you're actually sabotaging it. When it's natural flow, if the energy is right and they're having fun, they're gonna go with wherever you lead it. So it's about, what is your direction? What is your intention when you go into a set? What do you really want to get out of it when you go in? So make that really, really clear when you first start off. Okay, and I often say, when you're first starting out with this, regardless, like, go in with a friendly state. Because if you go in with the intention to like want to have sex with them, then they're going to feel that straight away. But if you go in with the intention to be friends, we're making up funny stories, then they don't think like that. And so they're more susceptible to having fun and playing the game. Does that make sense? Yeah, so instead of going in with hunting mode, where's the next one? Where's the next one? You're going in with, oh, hey, what's up? All right, let's have fun. And then all of that stress that you've created in here just disappears. So practicing that is like one of the best first steps that you can do. Like, if I've just said that and you're like, oh, what does that mean? I've never done that. Stop this video, go and do it now. Go and practice that at least 50 times, just so you can feel the resistance from yourself trying to sabotage sets, and when you crack into the flow. When did you last try something different, like something new, something just totally random, okay? Like, don't plan it, just go for it. Like, give yourself, hey, I'm not allowed to ask questions when I go into sets, just statements, okay? Give yourself like little steps like that, okay, so you can baby step this process, because to get out of here, you have to baby step yourself, because you're just going to want to revert back, and that is what's preventing the flow of the actual set to go. Okay, so that's preventing you, like when they are looking in your eyes and they're like they want to kiss, you're not doing it because you're self-sabotaging. There's a reason why you're doing this, okay? Your insecurities, there's something that's preventing you. You are wanting to self-sabotage yourself. It's just bizarre. You have to process that, you have to release it. But in the meanwhile, you need something to do right now, okay? So when you go out next, do stuff you wouldn't usually do so that you break yourself out. You need to be constantly breaking yourself out. You cannot rely on other people. You can't blame other people in the set and be like, that was a boring set because they were boring. You're boring. You have to make the set really interesting, and you have to let the flow of it go. Your job is to make it feel comfortable for the girl and facilitate that change to be smooth. Okay, so if you're gonna change venue, make it smooth. Build it up, be like, yeah, no, there's this really cool place down the road. It's so much fun. Bring your friends. Remember, being friendly gets you in, especially if they have a group of people. Bring everyone, the more, the merrier. Now you seem like way higher in terms of social value, because they're like, oh, he isn't just being creepy and he doesn't just want me. Now you flip it and they're like, okay, I want his attention. I want to hang around with him. You're in control of this set. Now where are you going to take it? You've led them somewhere. Now, if you are like, I like this girl, I've befriended all of her friends, I built up a good, cool vibe, I'm allowing the flow of the party to happen, which is always naturally escalating. When you go out on a night out, how does it start? Really slow, maybe you have a drink with your friends and you're just chatting. You might meet a couple of new people, they join the group, then you might meet more people, yeah, then more people, okay? So then you get to that point and it goes, okay, you're either gonna stay here or you take charge, and where's it gonna go? End of the night, the girl you're like, yeah, okay, I want her. Isolate her. Build up the sexual tension. Now, by this time, if you have allowed the set to flow, you would have had funny stories together, you would have been taking videos, putting them on Instagram, you would have been like making fun of her friends, getting everyone involved. Now, when you isolate her, she trusts you. You've built a really strong trust. That's a core part of flow. You need that in your set in order for it to flow. If there's no trust, it's very hard to crack out of it, okay? Now, when you have that, isolate her and now create your own personal, funny insider jokes together. That's like the naughty unicorn. Now we have to go to the other unicorn land together. Are you gonna be my bad unicorn? Like, are you gonna be my bad unicorn? Like, right in their ear, okay? And let them giggle, let them make up, let them contribute, okay? Then you start building up that sexual energy just between you and that person. You can always pull away if they're like, oh, it's too much for them. You can pull away. Remember, you don't need it. You're just doing it because it's fun and you want to. The idea with getting into flow is to make it feel natural. And that's why I say, if you haven't gone out and tried something new, at least like one new thing a day, and consistently done it like at least 20 to 50 times, then how can you expect yourself to be able to do this? Like, you have to go out and do this. No one else can do it. You can't just be like Mr. Invisible Man in the set and allow other people to take the lead and then wonder why you didn't go home with the girl. You have to surrender to the flow of the set. If they look like they're bobbing and they want to dance, pull them in and dance with them. If they look like they want to be a bit sexier, embrace them, be like, oh, like, yeah, like, be sexy. Get people to look at them and be like, yeah, dance, dance, sexy, sexy. Build them up, pump their state, pump their state. All the while not wanting anything from the situation. Then when it's time and you do want to advance and you do want to escalate, they trust you and it's so much easier. The only person stopping it is you. If you like this content, please leave your feedback, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, jump onto Instagram, RSC Sarah with a double H, and get out there and start creating the reality that you deserve. Stop preventing yourself from having that. So get out there. Let's do it. Mwah!